What up, all First Family? There's been a lot of conversation recently regarding the Black Stam interview regarding Big U. I'm not taking any sides. I have no dog or no pony or however that term go. No dog in the show or no pony in the show. And so here's an interview that Big U did addressing and talking about the Nipsey situation. Just wanted to put it out, let y'all listen to it and hear it. And like I said, I'm not taking sides either way with this. Just an interview that I got. Somebody who gave to John and Bomb first. And we're going to put it up, let y'all get a listen to.
Yes, you know, but what I want to ask you, man, like, what is the name of the program that you got for the kids, for the inner city kids after school and all that? And what is your ultimate goal for your program with these kids and all that? You know,
the name of it is Developing Option, and the ultimate goal is to be to young African American kids what the YMCA and a lot of these places could have been and should have been. You know, let me say this: they probably were a lot of good things to other people that just weren't to us, because I never had one in my area. The only thing we had was the park. So I don't really know what the experience was. I always hear people talk about the YMCA and Boys Club and all that stuff. In the Crenshaw area, we don't have one.
Understood. So you decided to make one?
Yeah, definitely. I want to fill the void, because growing up, because most neighborhoods in California infested with gangs. So for us, being in the area we was at, Crenshaw and Slauson, for us to play football, tackle football, we had to go to a whole other area to play tackle football. We couldn't play it in our neighborhood. So that was the thing that I grew up with, and I mean that was a motivating factor as far as tackle football. We have Venice Park, so we can play baseball, basketball, and all that. But if you want to play tackle football, you have to travel.
Let me ask you a question. How long have you been having this program for the inner city kids? How long did you have this program going?
I started in 2003. I came home in 2004. It was Ex-Offenders Fellowship Network. So the name of it, when the original name was, it still is Ex-Offenders Fellowship Network. But we do business as Developing Option. So when I created it, I was actually still in prison, and I knew I wanted to come home and start doing things that would be moving me in a direction of helping my community and helping the kids in our community.
Understood. Now, from this program that you have been going on for decades and more, how many kids have achieved the goal of moving on to excellence, like in the NFL and stuff like that? You know,
well, it's different ways. We have through Robert Garrett at Crenshaw High School, and through our program, we have had, I think, 8 to 9 that's made it to the NFL who we've touched and who we've influenced in some kind of way. I always want to give credit to Robert Garrett at Crenshaw High School, because he took a chance on bringing Big U to the school. So it's like it's people like that who take chances on you and your character. He was a coach and a teacher at Crenshaw. He was the first one to allow us, me and Mark Martin, Bear Claw, to come on the school campus and to be able to be mentors to the kids. Because a lot of kids grow up and they look up to us. And just even paying for the banquets, being there to administer the kids, helping kids get home, buying clothes, doing all of that.
That's excellent, man. That's really fly. Is any popular names that made it through that we would know before?
Anthony Thomas, Kansas City Chiefs, then he just went to Baltimore Ravens, Greg Dupree, Marcus Martin, all Crenshaw. We almost over the last 6, 7 years, any kid that came out California almost came out of Crenshaw.
Dig it. How do others get involved in your program that are outside of your unit? Is there any way of doing that, or you don't allow that?
No. Everybody's involved. Well, we get help from, I've had help and assistance from the likes of Chris Brown, Sean Kingston, Corrupt. My biggest supporter is Wiz Khalifa. I always want to shout out Josh Smith, Deshaun Jackson, Is one of our staunch supporters. We have people that can reach out. But what I'm trying to do now, and my next step is, I want to get a building to really, really be able to affect kids educationally. You know, we have always been strong as far as reaching the kids.
Athletic programs and stuff.
Athletic program, but I want to be able to reach the kids athletically. So right now I'm looking for a school.
I want to get into some academics and stuff.
I do that already, right? But it's more me. So like I had throughout the last 2 years, I had the kids that I've coached personally, about 30 kids. And I'm happy to say that out of the ones I have 12 that's in college right now. That's in D1 college right now. My son is at Reno. Darius is at Dixie State. David is in U.S. Army, Air Force, and Nigel's at UCLA. So I have kids all over the Pac-12.
That's beautiful. Now, I want to ask you, where did you get this vision from, man? Like, this is like, as you said, like, basically, you never had it when you was growing up, so you want the next, you want generations, after you to have something that you didn't have. But did you
I was incarcerated.
When you was incarcerated?
While I was incarcerated.
Got you. Now, were you Nipsey Hussle's manager? You were, right?
No, I was. Nipsey was signed to me.
Okay.
He was signed to me, and then I was also doing management too. Me and Steve Lobel. I brought Steve Lobel on to be like our front man because you know how hard it was to be Big U, and the reputation precedes you. So I had to put a white face in front of a black situation, and then because we was moving at those time, Steve was half and I was half. But no, he was actually signing me as a unique music for my production company.
Okay. Dig it. Now, since Nips has been deceased and stuff, what are you doing for how is the community taking it, and what are you doing for the community since then? And another question I would ask you, how does the community take it that the Marathon store is closing down?
Okay, let me do it the first one. I still do, as far as I'm doing, I do the same thing I've been doing. I always been doing the community work. I did the community work, Nick did the entertainment.
Dig it. Okay.
5. And so basically, when I came home, let me take you back to when I came home in 2004. I didn't pick Nipsey up till about 2006, 2007. And at that time, Suge was giving me, and me, Suge, brother-in-law, that's on the phone with us, was running together. And Suge was giving me studio time to record. So a lot of that studio time that I was early recording time with Nipsey was because of Suge. So it was me coming home and trying to teach my whole community about loving the community, to help them get an understanding about us and what Crenshaw was. So we had to, people was filming in our neighborhood, people was coming in doing books, trying to do all kind of stuff, and I was like, nah, y'all can't come over no more. You know what I mean? And the homies didn't understand that, Nip being one of them. They didn't understand. And if you look at the last speech Nip gave at my banquet, he's saying that I remember when George first came home, he was hard on everybody. But now I understand. You got to have your own. You got to be your own. And see, he got it. He was one of the very few people that understood what the message was that we need to do for ourselves. We need to put a value on ourselves. And people couldn't understand when we were selling Crenshaw shirts for $100, $40, $50. They didn't understand where that came from. You know what I mean? That really came from, like I said, when I first came home, put a value on us. We got to make people appreciate Crenshaw. And when I came home, I started pushing Crenshaw. And what people didn't understand is that my young guy, he never went to Crenshaw High School. You know what I mean?
Understood.
He didn't go to Crenshaw. Sam didn't go to Crenshaw High School. I understood how big Crenshaw was. Crenshaw, the community, is bigger than me, Nip, and all of us. It's millions of people. The success of Crenshaw is so far past what me and Nip was doing, and I had to explain that to him and the rest of the young homies, that, man, we got something. We gonna brand this, and all of us get behind it. It don't belong to just one person. You know what I mean?
Dig it. Is that where the idea of trademarking came in? Is that what
trademarking came in? Well, actually, the trademarking Crenshaw is almost impossible. You can't trademark Crenshaw. Because, I mean, you could trademark it, but it was actually a white guy who was the first one to use the Crenshaw logo on the shirt, if that's what you were referencing. He was a Mike Tyson fan, and he had paid me and Nip to put the Crenshaw logo, the Crenshaw hoodie. It wasn't in the he paid me and Nip to put the Crenshaw, for Nip and them to wear the Crenshaw crew neck in the video. And he was out of New York. He was a Mike Tyson and George Strawberry fan. So George Strawberry is where the motivation came from. And that's the actual, George Strawberry wore that Crenshaw Coca-Cola font at Crenshaw High School for the baseball team. Mm-hmm. So it was the baseball coach back then who came up with the Crenshaw Coca-Cola font. And then some 30 years, 20 years later, another guy took it, and then we took it and took it to the next step. So I've never trademarked anything but unique.
Okay, my man.
You know what's funny is, let me give you a tidbit you can get to your people. When they were talking about somebody was trademarking the marathon and all, man, I don't know nothing about no Crips. I don't deal with Crips like that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't say sisters or 60s, I'm not doing shit with it. And what's funny to me is how people listen to all this rhetoric on the Instagram, on YouTube, and all these bum ass lames who run around talking about like, subscribe, follow, like, subscribe, and follow, and take this bullshit and make it be something like, you know, like people always tell me all the time, you should dress, you should say something. Man, I shouldn't say nothing. When I'm looking like a dress or something that's so acidine as the shit that they saying. And then here go another one. Here go even another one. Nipsey was my brother, and my son, and my nephew. If I had any intention on trademarking something, who the fuck could say something about it anyway?
Well, Hugh, sorry to jump in, but from you saying that, right, that he's your son, he's your brother, the conspiracy theories of these assholes talking shit about his death must have really, like, pained you some, yeah? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not really, because, you know what, bro, you know why it didn't really bother me? And I tell people, it bothered me, but it only bothered me because of the people who's supposed to know me, even entertaining me. It didn't bother me as far as bothering me. It would bother me if you were somebody supposed to claim they know me, and you even entertaining the bullshit. And the shit doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? You know, it doesn't make no sense. Then they trying to make me and him be enemies. When clearly, motherfucker, I just was with him. He came and got me and flew me out of town. But you know, like, it's the same way. I tell people all the time. They say Suge set up Tupac. So who am I? Yeah. I'm not no more different than Tupac. Ain't no nigga finna be sitting in the car with a motherfucker shooting at him. So if they can say that,
that's true.
If they can say that about Suge, goddamn it, don't you think they'll say that about me?
Word. Yeah, and that must hurt, though. But I hear what you're saying. It hurts for people close by to you to even raise
entertainment. That's the part. Yeah. That's the part that bothers you. It ain't even the fact that the lames do it, because you got. And I try to tell my homeboys, you know, what hurt the most? My daughters, my daughter and my kids, right. Because to them, it don't bother me, because, you know what I mean, I've been disliked around this world for years, but to them it bothers them. And then they have to deal with the bullshit in the world. And that's the only thing that makes me want to go knock one of these dudes' heads off. You know what I mean? Because it's all lies. And you put it together, you know what I mean? You
click.
Yeah, that's all it's about. And then my thing is, if you really love Nipsey, why would you let somebody sit around and say false shit about him?
What?
You know what I'm saying? Why would you even do that? What does that lead to? So what happens after the case is over and Big U name not nowhere in the case? Guess what? Now what happens? Now I see him right now after I did the Cadmac interview, and I showed them a text message from when me and Nip was texting, the day before he died, and we was text messaging each other about some business. I showed him the Kid Mac interview, right? Right after I did that and that shit came out, everybody started changing their tune. Now you got a lot of these lanes talking about, oh, I know nobody never accused you of killing them. You came out saying that you didn't. Well, that's because you lanes that put a fake ass post up talking about the police is looking for me. Yeah, address that. Yeah. And then that's what I learned. Then that's what I learned fastly. Don't address nothing ever said on the internet. And that's why I never addressed it.
Here's a question I gotta ask. Knowing who you are and these computer terrorists, you know, guys who at home behind their laptops or whatever, like just having the audacity to come up with such conspiracy theories, aka bullshit, like don't they have the fear of you know what I'm saying? Of writing this shit and coming back in your town not knowing, you know?
Bro, let me just say this to you. I'm going to handle every one of them I catch. And I don't give a damn what nobody says. If you think I did something, you don't know I did something. And that's not even a question. That's an obligation. Because you know why? Because you hurt my family. You see what I'm saying? Because your attacks, your malicious attacks was an attack on my kids and on my family. So, yes, I promise you that. And you can write that down, and I don't care who. I'm not letting it. I'm not never go. I ain't did nothing to nobody. I shouldn't have been accused of doing nothing to nobody to get some clickbait. And somebody that makes some money off of lying on me or putting in some shit that I had nothing to do with. You know what I mean? So, but no, I ain't to forgive and forget. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not gonna let you slap me on the other cheek.
Since we on Nip, what and his anniversary, I think, of his passing was, I think, on ending of this month, March 31st, I believe. Are you doing anything special for his anniversary of passing?
Nah, we gonna do something in the hood. Me and the homies is gonna do something, you know, to honor him. But we kind of be staying out the way of that, and then we stay out the way of it because of the bullshit that was going on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Now every time you try to do something for your little homie, you got a bunch of these motherfuckers talking about you trying to trademark. Nigga, I don't do nothing with no crip. I don't trademark nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of it's like a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? And then it got so to the point to where you just feel like as a man, you feel like you want to strike out and just hunt, but then you can't hunt because you know. And like they're gonna take this every article, every ad I do because I finally start doing them. You know what I mean? But we're gonna do something definitely in the hood. We got a couple of things planned that we're gonna do, and then my organization is gonna do something. I'm gonna always honor Nip. We put a trophy together with our banquet for in honor of Nip. And I know the city want to do something. The city is sitting down with me to do some stuff too. So we're trying to make it big, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nip was our young prince.
Dig it. Well, see, what made you started to want to do interviews? Since you brought that up, what made, like, you know, as you said before, you wanted to get Crenshaw on you just wanted people to look at Crenshaw differently, your area differently. Is that why you started? No.
I had did a deal for this documentary with FX before Nip died.
I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you to tell me about your documentary coming out on.
It's crazy. I did a deal that I wrote. Me and Jim Bob had wrote it. FX picked it up right before.
Who's Jim Bob? Is that your main man or your?
Right? That's my guy. That's one of my partners. He a blood. You know what I'm saying? We a Paru. I'm sorry. He a Paru from out of Compton.
Okay.
And he came up with an idea. We pitched it to FX. We pitched it to a couple of people. You know, we ran with it for about 3.5 years, and then FX picked it up. And it's crazy because right when we signed the deal, that's when I think Nip died. Maybe 4 months after that, I was excited about that. And me and Nip was going over how we want to make it look. And Nip was supposed to do a song. It's a struggle with my group. Nip was the reason why I even got back really into music.
Got you.
Crazy. It's crazy, man, because he called me, right? He called me and told me, look, Well, I already talked to him when I was making the album. And let me tell you something. Nip got about 100 songs, bro, that's bangers that did not go on that album. I'm
you
talking
have that
about,
much unreleased material from Nip, is what you're saying.
Man, I don't got it. I don't know who got it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming his brother got it. I'm telling you, the music that we was doing, the music he was playing before he died, when he was in the studio, before he died, bro, he got some shit that's going to come out if they ever put it out. I don't know who runs it, but he got some shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm talking about the songs that did not make the project that just came out.
Yes.
The one that he got, he got some shit. I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you.
I bet he do too. I bet he do too.
Oh.
Tell me something. What relation? Because I'm hearing a lot of this. I don't know if it's the rumor mill or not. But do you and LeBron James have connections going on with the same kind of inner city kid programs and stuff like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have no connection with them.
No connection at all. So that's just a rumor mill. Yeah?
No, I'm not with him at all.
What about T.I.? Because I see T.I. talking about you a lot, though.
No, me and Tip. You know, I remember I did Tip's show a long time ago when he had that Redemption show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did Tip's show with him when I talked to the kids. I did some administering to the kids for him.
Because he really looks up to you, you know, in a pod. Like he talks, you can't. I mean, every time Tip says something about you, it's on a positive tip. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that because after speaking to you now, your positivity is crazy. You know.
Right.
You know, so the relationship with you and Tip is just cool like that. Just.
No,
me and
Tip do we do community work together, all that. You know.
Okay. So you be helping out. You got a long hand in Atlanta as well, helping people out in Atlanta as well.
That's it. I didn't know we had it. I don't know if that's what that was. We got this, bro. Here we do. Say it again. I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking, like, with your relationship with Tip, is your hand that long to reach out in Atlanta and do the same type of positivity that you're doing in LA that you're helping out there as well?
Long one. Yeah, what we're doing is we're trying to develop an option, my gang intervention program nationwide. So what we was able to do with development option was we was able to get the gang violence down at 70-80% in LA alone. From where it used to be. It used to be murders every day.
Whoa.
You know, now we got it down
or something?
Nah, bro. It was just the work.
Like that?
No, we didn't do that. It was just the work that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I was saying is, yeah, we got it. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. I was just asking.
Yeah, so
saying that you're
but I would love to work with LeBron. I would love to work with anybody who got the right mind. I like what LeBron is doing. The difference between me and LeBron, a lot of brothers is they have the money that I don't to be able to reach people. I just know if I had access to the finances, I could put more kids in and out of college than I am right now. You know what I mean?
Well, but I'm hoping that more celebrity like Tip step up and give you a helping hand because that helps the black community a lot. You know?
You know,
that's a positive thing. You know? Yeah. Now, here I want to ask you, how do you feel? How do you feel walking around every day, getting up, being one of the most powerful men in LA? I mean, is that a toll on you? Is that very heavy?
No, it ain't a toll on me because it's not a toll on me because that ain't true. I don't know who the most powerful man in LA is, but it definitely ain't me because I'm one of the brokest men in LA. I think you need money to be powerful, bro. I'm sitting there struggling. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who Pooh Bear is, right? This is what you got to put in the article. Pooh Bear, music.
Yeah.
who make music.
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Pooh Bear just gave me a very sizable donation, bro, to help us with the organization push. You know what I'm saying? And I do look. If you don't acknowledge nobody in the world, you better acknowledge Pooh Bear, bro. Cause
I'm hearing you.
Cause he I have to raise just for my football program a year almost $21,000 a year, so I don't have to charge these kids out the roof. And what people don't understand in LA, they charge you now to play and practice on these football fields now, on the grass. So if you practicing, they charge. They didn't used to charge that. I don't know how old.
She's in after school. She's in after school when we were kids.
Yes,
Just went up
yes,
and pick up
yes,
you
sir.
Pay for that shit?
You got to pay for that, Jack. You got to pay to rent that field. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
I pay to you. I paid up until this year. Horseman gives me the classroom for free to do my mentoring program. I have a mentoring program where I get 2 times a week. I take young black men and we sit down and we just talk about things that's bothering them. I have a store on Crenshaw. Now get this. I have a store on Crenshaw. My store been on Crenshaw for about let's say 12 years, right? Mm-hmm. Now get this. Every night I got kids walking the streets. You feel me?
I hear you.
Walking the streets with nowhere to go. So because they don't have nowhere to go, they end up doing robberies, they end up doing little stuff, and these are young black boys.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I end up letting them sleep in my store and have to come back here, making sure y'all didn't steal nothing. You know what I mean? Because they ain't got nowhere to go. They can't go home. I got 2 of them was on probation. I'm like, man, y'all probation officer gonna follow y'all on the ankle monitors to my store. Yeah, I say, no, it's the time you just gotta call in. I just need somewhere to sleep for the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
And this is what's missing. I'm trying to find a building right now, man, so these kids can have somewhere to sleep. You know, and then what happens is we talk about gang violence. Let me give you another reason why people's kids join gang. Because when they don't got nowhere to go, they got to join a gang. They join a gang, they get somewhere to sleep. They can go to the homie house. See, people think the kids just get forced to join gangs for whatever reason. No, they join gangs too because they can go somewhere and sleep. Let's just keep them 100.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's that simple. That simple. So basically, homeless kids need love too and need shelter as well. So they.
That's not that blue. That's what
you know.
Right.
So what are your plans? So basically, I kind of see where you're going. So
see the white carrier. So the white carrier is that. Right?
That's what we need.
And because they got a
hello.
Yeah. I just didn't want to ask you the question because I thought you were kind of just distracted for a second.
Yeah, what did you say?
You were kind of distracted for a second, so I was kind of pulling back on my next question, which was basically, I think you kind of answered it, like your future plans for the 60s themselves. Like, what are your plans that you...
I don't have no plans for the 60s. They want to figure it out themselves. I got a plan for young men, young black African men that's in our community. You know what I mean? And no, I don't have no plans for the 60s. I got a plan for the black community as a whole, black, Mexican, brown, whatever have you. You know what I mean? I did that years ago. Now I'm trying to save people, and if they get saved on the road to it, then that's alhamdulillah. You know what I mean? But no, right. I don't have no. I got one for the 60s, the Bloods, the Crips, the who all ever. Because right now I don't have no choice on who walked through my door trying to get help.
Understood. So
the only problem is I can't help everybody.
Then got you. So I mean, how do you? I mean, I'm just after talking to you and speaking to you, it must really kind of irk you hearing all these rumors, because I hear rumors. You see what I'm saying? And talking to you, you find out these motherfuckers is lying all the time. Rumors like, if you want to come into LA as a rapper, you got to check in, and then you got cats in Atlanta saying we're copying LA. If you want to come to Atlanta, you got to check in like LA does. Is you know?
Well, I don't know about checking in with me, but I know you better check in with somebody, because I do it. If you call checking in, I don't know what that means. Other than the fact that means reaching out. That means reaching out to somebody. I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much. When I go to Atlanta, I reach out. When I go to New York, I reach out. When I go anywhere, I reach out. So I don't know. But no, let me tell you that. I check in.
Okay.
So when I go anywhere, I check in. When I land in Vegas, I'm going to check in with my mans and them in Vegas. When I go to New York, I'm going to check in with my mans and them in New York.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. Because if you don't, I don't care who.
Respect.
I don't care who you are. If you're walking in somebody's clubs in a city and you don't know them, and you think you're going to bottle up, climb up, do that, eventually it's going to get you. Eventually it's going to get you. I don't care who you are. Now, the problem with most people is they may not be with the right people. You know, it ain't always me. It's real people, and it's real people from everywhere. You know, it's real dudes' bloods, real dudes' cuz, real dudes everywhere. But you can't come in and you don't say that. That's like going to somebody. That's like going to somebody's neighborhood and you ain't saying nothing. You going to somebody's park. You just set up in the park. It ain't even on no Crip and Blood stuff. It's just natural. Let me ask you this. If you pulled up, respect. Well, I don't even know if it comes to that. If you pulled up on Al Capone and you put him on Al Capone block, he don't want to know who the fuck you are. Yes. Yeah. You put up on Bugsy Siegel, he don't want to know who you was. And guess what? If you flying over America airspace, America's gonna want to know who you are. So I don't know no different than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Because you sure ain't gonna fly to America, and America is the hardest in the world. You fly, what they tell you, get in American water.
You gotta get clear.
But we the only ones make it sound bad. Y'all only make it sound bad when you come to LA. Come on now. But you get your ass on a Learjet coming to American water. Get on one of them boats and come in the wrong water and see on that the Navy, the Air Force, and everybody else be right fast on your domicile. But now you want to talk to me and talk about, if you come to LA, you got to check in. Oh, it's so bad when we got to do with us. Shit.
What artists on unique music are you currently pushing?
Man, we got we got 3 of them, bro, and they on the radio right now. We got OSBS, my first group, and then we got Criticality, and we got none other than What's Up Mickey. Man, we on the radio, baby. We ain't just pushing, we working. We working. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't just pushing. Put up Power 106.
What business are you working on? What are the business ventures are you working on?
Oh, man, check this out. I got a big app. I started an app company.
I didn't know that.
5 years ago. Yeah, I got an app company. Okay. Me and Snoop are partners on 2 of the biggest apps that I'm putting out right now. I don't know if I can say the names of them, but I got 2 big apps I'm doing that is going to be real aggressive. One of them is a game, and the other one is more like a voting app. It has a voting aspect to it.
Are you doing votes? So you helping out with the elections as well?
We're not gonna make it in time, man. But I mean, you know,
but it was your goal. You were trying to.
Yeah, we was trying.
Huh?
Yeah, we was trying to. We was trying to.
Gotcha.
Then, I'm like I said, I'm on this music. I got the TV show with FX. I produced 6 films. So the time that I wasn't doing music, I was doing managing Big Range.
What films did you do? What 6 films you did? Or what 6 films?
Man, I wrote and acted in Force of Execution with Ving Rhames, Danny Trejo, and Steven Seagal. I'm gonna say it again. Force of Execution. I co-wrote that one. And I co-wrote that one. Got robbed. They just paid me for it. Didn't give me the credit. But when you see it, I swear, for goodness gracious, you're gonna know I had to write it because Ving Rhames playing me.
Okay. So Ving Rhames is actually playing you as a character.
He's playing me as a character. He don't say my name, but when you see it, it's my story. It's kind of like he comes home from prison. He's a Crip. He gets into it. He hustling with all right, I'm good. He's hustling with Steven Seagal. Then him and Steven Seagal fall out, but you're gonna see it. So I did that one. I did a couple more, man. You gotta see it, but that's the last one I did. But I've been writing, So
So you're a
I wrote a
writer.
couple
So
projects.
you're really a writer. So you're really a man of literature then. Got it.
Yeah. I just can't spell with the shit.
It don't matter none.
I can put the story together, but you know, man. Let me tell you.
That's up to the editor. The editor does that for you. You know.
I want my most prized possession is that the difference between Big U and what people like to call the streets is, I don't like to be compared to a lot of my big homies and my predecessors on the street level, because I feel like I've done too much to give back to people and give people what they look for in their dreams. So you got Tookie, you got Tookie, you got Monster Cody, you got Big Suge, you got all these dudes. Outside of Suge Knight, I'm probably the only person who's helped in giving more people their dreams, to send more people to college that come from that street life. You understand what I'm saying? And I think it does me a disservice to always be compared and only looked at in that light because of the work that I've done.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Understood. Clear.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of Suge, speaking of Suge, there was a rumor that you helped on his bail. Is that?
Oh yeah, I helped him out one time, and I helped pay his lawyer. Me and brother-in-law gave me a call, and he always a connection between us.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Right. And it's a lot to go with that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna go into it, but I can tell you like this: sometimes it pays dividends to listen to your counsel, your outside and your inside counsel. But I mean, Suge, man, let me tell you, Suge helped me so much in my release, my early release from prison. You know, it was just, I can't even really go back into it, all that he did for me. So I'm always have love for him.
Okay.
There'll never be no question I had no love for him.
Understood.
I mean, you know, like, look, man, unique music, man. I'm trying to unique the world.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm happy. I'm happy to hear. I didn't know you were a gifted writer. I didn't know that you write. You know, I didn't know you had all this writing under your belt. You know, all these credits under your belt. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things people don't speak about. Yeah.
Right.
And I think these are the things I think we should know about more so than the bullshit we hear about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because knowing that you are very creative, you don't hear about the big huge creative side. You see what I'm saying? Like, This dude actually sits down behind, or picks up a pad and a pen, or sits down behind a laptop and actually lets his mind flow. You know. And tries to inject something back in the world. You never really hear that about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know. Well, let me tell you something else. You know, I wrote everything out that I'm doing now before I came home. I literally wrote out my plan. I really wrote out that was an option. I literally wrote out the football program. I literally wrote out doing music, getting into
What number are you at right now? What number are you at right now on the list?
It's crazy. It's crazy how I say that, because I tell kids all the time, you got to write it out, because you never know when that opportunity is going to come back around to you. What I first started out to do, I said I wanted to own two properties. I wanted to be making a certain amount of money a month, a year. I ended up doing all of that, but never in the order that I want to do it. I bought my first piece of property 4 months out of prison. I bought my first house 4 months out of prison. I bought it with my wife and my kids living. I bought my second piece of property in Hard Time. That's where Nipsey lived at when he was recording, when his brother went to jail. You know, so he lived there up until he signed his deal, and went to New York. After that, that's when he was good. And so I bought that one. Then I bought my other house, and I did that. Then when the real estate crashed, I crashed with that. Then I learned about foreclosure. So, you know, I learned what that shit meant. You know what I mean? So, nah, man, you got to publish all of that. You know, the kids, people got to understand. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't always happening. You know, they got to understand. Man, I bought my first piece of property 4 months out of prison. I bought 3 more properties after that. Then the real estate market crashed in L.A. Went all over. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't moving fast enough to know who was shaking the buildings and who was establishing what the prices was on.
That was during George Bush administration, right? I mean,
no,
during Bush's administration, no, wasn't it? Was it
Bush? Oh, yeah, no, I got out in 2004. Who was president? It was Bush. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was Bush. Then Obama came in and dealt with the home, with the home, what they call the homeowners crisis.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came out, it goes to show that if you plan, and I tell kids all the time, I tell people all the time, you have to plan for success and prepare for failure, because by you planning, you never know when something's going to happen. You never know when the opportunity is going to come back around to you. You know what I mean? It don't mean that you're going to write a plan out and say it's going to happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Mine didn't happen like that. I may have came out doing real estate, and the first thing opportunity came to me was music. And then because I was doing music, I got an opportunity to be a consultant on a film project. And then from getting the money from the film project, I got an opportunity to do some money. I did Game's first deal. I did Game's first shoe deal.
Oh, you did?
You know what I'm saying?
Was that the Hurricane sneaker deal?
Yes, sir. Well, that concert got unique music on it. I made $280,000 off that.
You're right. I forget that.
Yes, sir. I did it through Mark Layler at 310 and Jimmy Henchman.
Yeah, that's right. So
yes, sir.
Man, dude, how do you feel of that player getting taken off the board, Jimmy? I'm just off the cuff, because I knew Jimmy.
Hey, I like to say this, man. I don't know Jimmy's history. All I know is his time with me. And
that's what I'm saying. His business. How was his business? You know,
business with me was great.
Anything else?
Business with me was great.
About anything else? I'm just talking about his business in the music industry. You feel what?
It went viral because me, Haitian Jack, and Bimmy was in New York. And let me tell you, I got more calls about me being Haitian Jack in Dominican Republic than I did off of anything. And people talking about, he killed Tupac, he did this, he did that. And I'm like, this was crazy. And me and him had the conversation that me and you have. We had the conversation talking about we had the conversation talking about being blamed for something, right? And we had that conversation talking about that. And he was talking about how he being blamed, how they blame him for Tupac, but then they blame for shoot Tupac. You like, man, it had nothing to do with none of that. And if I would have, at the time, I would have said it. He was like, man, I was full-on gangster. Got to handle more that black. This.
Yeah, but that's 30 a yard.
I know. Why are you making decisions for me? I told you to get it. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. And the reason why I'm just talking about Jimmy's business. You understand what I'm saying? None of that other,
we get a better deal with 5, right?
Hugh, you there? Or
yeah, I'm right. What you said again?
No, I said I would just like to elaborate a little bit more on Jimmy and his business, because to me, right, being honest, like just checking out Jimmy and knowing Jimmy, right, from doing business with him in the business, it seemed like he came from the street and legitimized himself behind a desk doing music,
He did.
And looking at it, he might have been the first to kind of do such a thing. I don't know if he was, but he looks like he was and I think that kind of shook the industry. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And do you think people would be shook when you have that command as well? Because it seems like you're moving in that direction, right? So
no, I don't think. Well, just to be honest with you, I don't really think I'm moving in that direction. Either who I am right now, as
a powerful person in the music industry is right.
I don't think I'll ever be that kind. I don't think that'll ever happen with me.
Got you. Okay.
And I don't think that ever happened with me because of, it's just that so many people have such a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to Suge and LA, and even the people that they want to have a gorilla. So I got to be the gorilla. You know what I mean? Like, everybody want to have somebody to say, he's the one.
We need an imaginary gorilla is what you're saying.
You got to, man. You know how that goes. You know, you got to pick your mama and your daddy. Who you going to pick? I'm going with my mama. Because my daddy can take care of himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I ask you is, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to do a test with you. Check this out.
Uh-huh.
No matter what, tell me 4 bad things about Big U that Big U did.
Honestly, I really can't, because I never really went into looking for negative stuff about you. So if I'm sitting up there saying negative stuff, saying you did this, you did that'll be a lie. You see what I'm saying? So,
no. What I'm saying? Just tell me even. I want to know 4. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? I go on the meetings. I went to a meeting in Columbia on some other stuff.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't go into conspiracy theories because I know that shit is bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So
but no. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to make a point. My point is that no matter what I do or try to do, people are going to always want to see me as the guy to be scared of. You see what I'm saying?
The bad guy.
So there's no way to clean it up.
Understood.
You know what I mean? And I would be dead. Let me tell you something. And then I want you to look at my Instagram. Before Nipsey died, we did the banquet, and we gave Nipsey the award. After that banquet, Nipsey tweeted on his Instagram, Big U, the big homie, raising black men to be men. And somebody went on there.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
You remember that?
That was a beautiful picture. I remember that. I love seeing that.
Do you remember the conflict that they were trying to put him in? What is that? What's the homosexual thing? LBGT, and they was on there talking about that's homophobic. How do you know some of them ain't gay and all that? And me and Nip talked about it. He was like, how should I handle it? I said, man, you need to handle it straight on. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna back down. We're gonna be men regardless. Every time we go somewhere, we're gonna be men. And what's wrong with a black man trying to raise boys to be black boys? If somebody else want to raise black boys to be gay, let them do that.
That's right.
But we gonna raise black men to be black men, and we ain't gonna apologize for that. Now, before Nick died, after Nick dropped his album, he dropped 40,000 copies. He sold 40 to 50,000 copies. Mm-hmm. After he died, he damn near with double platinum. They gonna love you while you here. They gonna love you while you gone. They gonna hate you while you here.
Isn't that something though? How did you feel about that? Were you shook? Were you surprised, or do you kind of expected that to happen?
Well, I kind of expected it in the way he passed, because I think what happened is it was the first time that the world ever actually seen somebody actually die, like get killed. We never seen Tupac get killed. We only seen what they said happened. We never seen Biggie get killed. We only said that.
You're right.
We only heard about it. But when my son died, they actually seen it. It was actually, you could see the shooter. You can actually see him with his hands up. You can actually watch it over and over and over again.
Painful.
So, and it was painful. So that made a whole lot of people around the world have a connection with him. And then because his music was so good, and so with the times, when people went back and started listening to him, they started realizing that they had passed over greatness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was both of those components on people not realizing how great he was while he was here, that, you know, it had an effect on people. Then I had kids, man, I had little babies, you know, who was like, I'm up and was writing and calling me and texting me. And then, when the internet stuff started, they was attitude like, oh, why they saying that? I had babies, bro. I could never let them dudes, I can't, man. I never let some internet dudes get away with that.
I hear you, man. I hear you, man. Let me ask you, how do you feel? I know you felt some way. How do you feel about your man, our boy Cody, you know, and how you checked that hit his home as well? Did that hit his home?
Man, if you go on my internet, on my Instagram, the only person I talk about in basketball is Kobe.
There Wait, you had a relation with him? A relationship with him?
No, I didn't even want to meet Kobe. I didn't want to meet Kobe because I didn't want to. You know how when you meet your idol, or you meet somebody you look up to, and then
how many of those do you have? How many of those do you have, if I may ask? Like, how many idols does Big U look up to? Like, you know, like who do you look up to? Damn, that's a dope brother, man. I'm gonna take a page out of his.
Say that again.
You know, like who are some of the idols that Big U look up to? That says, man, I'm gonna take a page out of this brother. You know? Huh?
Shoot, really? And I'm like a Buddha. I feel like I done passed all of them.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I done reached their level, but right now, growing up, I say it would always be my daddy, Jim Brown, my other step pops.
Okay. Go on.
Oh yeah, I would say the men that have shaped me. You know, Jim Brown, Donald Ray Evans, Howard Ford, my daddy Eugene Henley, and my uncle William D. Kelton.
Word.
I feel like I took something from each one of them.
And seems like you took the Jim Brown program and made it turbo. You put some turbo in it. You know what I'm saying? High octane. Like
you know, I was a student of Jim Brown's.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you know, I studied with Jim Brown. You know, I was in the American program before anybody. I was there.
Okay, I see.
I was in the.
I got you. Now I can see the connection. Now I see it. Okay.
Yeah, I was there before. We even incorporated the name. He had the name. He had started having the meetings. I probably came to I probably was at the 5th meeting he ever had. I'm talking about I was there before anybody when he first, I guess, maybe about 4 or 5 months after he came up with the idea, bro. That's how I met Mike Tyson.
Got you.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you met Mike and Jim? Like
I would say I was 20, 21, 22.
Okay, so you're a young man.
Yeah. Me and Tyson was around about the same age. I was fighting him. Yeah.
You was fighting Tyson, just playing around.
No, I was training. I was a trained fighter, bro. I was training to fight Tyson.
Oh shit! I didn't know. You was a sparring partner for Mike?
No, I wasn't his sparring partner. No, I never sparred with him. I just had met him. I was training to fight. I was a fighter. I grew up as a fighter.
I got you. I didn't know. I grew up doing. No, hell no. I've been doing martial arts since I was 7, 8 years old. Got you. I didn't know. I just thought you was a ball player. You dig what I'm saying?
No, sir, okay. Bro. I was probably a terrible ball player. I was no ball player. No, I could never say I was no great ball player. You got to publish that too. You know what I'm saying? You know, but no, what I was good at was with the hands.
Got you. So you're a boxer. I dig it.
No, I did martial arts and I boxed. I did both of them.
Okay.
And I wrestled in school. I did.
Okay. Didn't know all that. Dig it.
Yeah. Okay. I grew up doing all that.
Oh, hey, Q, how do you feel? I mean, how's not you, but how's the community taken since where Nip passed and was assassinated, where he was murdered? How do you feel like, you know, seeing like, how does the community take it, seeing like Asian tourists from Japan and Europeans coming in taking pictures? Does that put a disruption?
I don't know. Yeah, it put a major disruption at first, and then now that they kind of start, it ain't slowed down, but it's not as aggressive as it used to be. Because I got a store right there. My store's on 59th and Crenshaw. My store is actually on Crenshaw, so you know, we deal with that. But it was crazy.
Like that. So the community went along with it, or the community got upset and wanted to kind of...
No, you know, man, it it was different because, like I said, the impact of being of everybody. I don't think there's nobody that did not actually see that happen. You know what I mean? And who has the internet, who has access to the internet? People in jail, people on the streets, people across the world. So it had such a major impact on our community. I think people understood, and they still trying to understand it. And you know, you deal with the we have to adjust to it. It's an adjustment. Like, it's still a big tourist attraction. Right now, I just passed by there yesterday, and I was just thinking to myself, like, man, I know my nigga would rather been living to get this than have to be gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it give you all kind of mixed fucked up feelings because, you know, nobody don't want to be successful in death. But he was successful while he was living. But nobody don't want this kind of, you know what I mean?
I totally understand what you're saying. Like, as you said, he went from 50,000 years to double platinum overnight, you know?
Right.
So I guess you like what they did on the Grammys when they gave him his special in the Grammys and stuff.
I didn't even watch it. I haven't watched none of that.
Why not?
Because I know Nip. Nip was a hustler, bro.
Yeah.
Nip was a hustler. Nip wasn't no Hollywood type nigga. And I really don't like how when people was talking about don't go to the hood, don't go to the community, whatever have you. That ain't how Nip would have took that. That ain't Nip mentality. Nip mentality wouldn't have been like, don't come in the hood. So I really didn't watch none of that stuff, man. And I know who Nip really fucked with. I know who the people was he really got down with. You know what I mean?
Do you think outsiders benefited that he never got, the people who he never got down with? Do you think some of the outsiders that...
A whole lot of them, man. A whole lot of them benefit.
Yeah, and that itself is painful, too. That itself is painful, right?
Yeah, so I don't really rock with a lot of a whole lot of it is still going on, you know. You do one song with a motherfucker, now you can claim that you was his best friend and y'all was hard for life. Nah, nigga, you did a lot of songs with a lot of motherfuckers. Excuse my language there. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, if everybody he did a song with was his best friend, shit. But, I mean, you know, who am I? I'm the guy that let her hate. Shit, you know.
You're the bad guy in the film, right?
I'm the bad guy in the film. They dehumanize.
Did you attend his funeral? Did you attend his services or anything like that, or you just didn't want to be around such a thing?
No, I was hurt by then. Still, I mean, I didn't want to deal with all that fuckeries and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Got you.
To be honest with you, bro,
you didn't want to be around.
I didn't want to see him in no grave. I didn't want to see him lay on his back either.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
I don't want to look at my nigga in no casket. All I got is a memory of him. All I got is a memory of him standing up. I don't got no memory of him laying on his back. I won't even look at nothing like that.
That's some powerful words you just said right there. You know that, right?
What's that?
That's really that the memory you have of him standing up and not laying down. You know, that's very powerful.
Exactly. I don't look at nothing, bro. I haven't looked at none of the videos. I haven't looked at none of that. I don't look at none of that. I want to remember my nigga like you got to remember, I'm 54. I'm about to be 54. I'm 54, man. You know how many funerals I've been to? I don't even go to funerals. If I do, I just go and I walk. I don't look at the casket. I just attend because, you know, whatever for the family who want me to show up. But I don't do that no more.
It takes a toll after a while. Yeah, I did.
Man, you don't even know how many funerals I've been to. And then, why would I mean, look, you got to remember, man. Me and Nip talked every night, bro, almost. You know what I mean? I know people that he didn't even like that was acting like they were so butthurt.
Yeah, I can imagine. So the hypocrisy, really, did it disturb you, or you just turned it off? You just closed your blinds to it?
There's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. He got his family there, and who am I? You know what I mean? I'm not going to wake up in the morning and not have my dad. His kids is. His wife going to wake up and not have her husband. You know what I mean? His brother going to wake up and not have a brother. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the only thing I can say is I'm going to wake up and not have a friend and a homeboy. You know what I mean?
Or,
I'm saddened
for your loss, brother. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Why would certain people then claim that my man wasn't a legend? Why would certain people say negative stuff like that about Nip? You know?
Well,
You know? Just looking at from the outside.
you represent Wack. You know what I'm saying? Wack, I can't explain Wack. All I can do is talk about what he was saying was, in his mind, as far as what he saw the legend was, he didn't feel Wack had reached Nip had reached legendary status. You know what I mean? While he was living. But to me, I contradict that because I'm the one who invested in it. So because I invested my time, money, and all that energy in it, name and reputation on getting him where he is, I see him as legendary. So I would be biased. You know what I mean? I seen him as legendary before you did. I seen him as legendary before the world did. I'm the one
That's your man.
No, but
you know what it is.
I'm the one invested in him first. When nobody else invested in him, Big U invested in him. You know what the funny part? People always say, "Oh, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be." Well, I don't know. You need somebody to believe in you first, and the first person to believe in him is the one that they try to shit on.
Yeah. So you saw that diamond. You saw that diamond in the mud when no one else saw that diamond. Basically.
No, I saw the legend first.
Yeah.
I saw the legend when none of y'all seen it. And let me tell you this: I brought the legend to Vibe in New York. He came to Vibe in New York. I brought the legend I took him all over the country, bro. I paid for all them flights for us to go everywhere. In the beginning, because I believed in what? I believed in the legend. I put my money where my mouth was.
I'm really sorry for your loss, because after talking to you, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than what we know. You feel me? Like, but they're going to know, though. They're going to know. Yeah, but because you don't speak much about these things. You see what I'm saying? I guess you don't walk around patting your back every minute, right?
Right, nah.
And,
I mean, it is what it is, man. I feel like this, right? A lot of the truth. I've done a lot of things. That I got to pay for, that I got to pay for in life. But when it comes to Ariel's acetone, I was always 100.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's why when he got ready to move, that's why he called me.
I'm totally putting down, brother. I hear you.
You know, I booked his last show, right? He never had a chance to do. I booked him for the Snoop show, but they were supposed to be in Long Beach, and through Bobby D. It was the first show he was getting $100,000 for. I never got paid for it.
He never got paid?
I never got paid for it. I don't know if his family got paid for it.
But you booked that show?
I booked that show. I booked that show, Jack.
So you got him his first six-figure deal?
I got him. I don't know if he got one. I don't know if he had booked any before that, because I know after the Grammys, we was talking about the Grammys, and we was talking about how his numbers was going to go up. And we was talking about how, look, we want to start asking for this, after that. And so after the Grammy nomination, we was like, no, everything got to go up. So Bobby D, they called me, and you can call Bobby D, who was Snoop booking agent. You know what I'm saying? And he can confirm it. You know what I mean? So I never got one.
Other than the apps with Snoop, you got anything going on with like DPG? Because like I see you got Nip book with Snoop. You in business?
I do a lot of stuff with Snoop, man. I do most of my business with Snoop.
Okay.
Most of the business I do with Snoop. Like my football league, I'm in the football league. I'm in the Snoop league. Me and Snoop got an app. Me and Snoop got a movie deal we putting together. I do a lot of stuff with Snoop. Like, all the people that put it like this. All the people that matter, I fuck with. They fuck with. The ones that don't matter.
The word is you put on one of the dopest rappers, right? Because I don't want to ask this. Did you put out Corrupt as well? Because I mean,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then look, I got a winning track record. Let's just say that.
That's right.
I got a winning track record. I'm like,
hold on. You found Kingpin first? You found Corrupt first, or how that?
First person I had was Kingpin. That was Kenny Kingpin Laquan, Papa LQ. You remember him?
Okay. Yes, I do.
From the B side.
That's right.
He had that his single, that gold single. Then it was Corrupt. Then I left and went away for a long time and came back. Then it was Nip. Then I was dealing with game. You know what I'm saying? I was involved with a whole lot of shit that won. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I might have an ear, man.
So you got a musical ear as well. As you got a musical ear going on. You're a writer. You're a writer. You have a great after-school inner-city program to help keep kids off the street.
Put them in the NFL. I put some in the NFL. Hold on, man. Come on, let's keep on going, man. I got some number ones, man. I got some number ones, man. I got some number ones, you know what I'm saying? I got them in the NFL. I got number ones in this music. I got some niggas that's in this acting. Come on, man. And now you're out to develop great minds in academics. And you need to do in academics. And look, I got 2 or 3 apps that's coming out that everybody gonna be touching on. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'll just do one thing, man.
I like what you're doing.
Hey,
brother. I ain't mad at you.
Hey,
you know, for real.
And you can check in with me if you need to.
Take that, huh?
You know, let me not discriminate. Let me, you know what I mean? You know.
God bless. Huge, man. Let me ask you something. I noticed you may. Are you reading a lot of like Muslim texts or stuff? Are you reaching towards Islam or something? Because I kind of hear you talking.
I studied Islam, but I really don't push religion on nobody. To be honest with you. I feel like us as a people, we're still not all the way where we should be as far as understanding who we are. I know what it does for me. I'm a Muslim, but
okay.
I don't.
So you are a Muslim. So you're a Muslim.
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
Okay, that's a beautiful thing. You see, I didn't even know that. You see what I'm saying? No one ever went there and told me that. So I see, now from you saying that, now I know where your heart is. I got you. That speaks a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm sure how to train, Aki.
Aki. Well, cool.
Yeah, man.
Word up, my brother.